Hello. Welcome back to your favorite talk show, Talk Shop Online. And by the way, before I even get into anything, I want to thank all of you, my online followers, for the support, for the words of encouragement, for the amazing show of love. Let me show them some love for me, man. This is for all my online followers. Thank you very much. Please keep sharing and please let people understand that they should subscribe to this channel. This is the home of truth. This is the home of truth. So please tell your friends to subscribe to this channel, Talk Shop, where we tell the truth and let the chips fall where they may. And no. We tell the truth and let the chips fall where they may. And as we say, truth crashed to earth shall rise again. Whatever, you can't bottle the truth. It is a cork where the truth will come up and everybody will know the truth. And finally, my question before I start my show, what time is it? What time is it? And the answer is nation time. It's nation time. Get ready. We're going to go very, very soon for a mighty nation time march, but I'll be telling you about that, so get ready. Today, folks, on Talk Shop, very interesting things that I want to discuss with you. Is Mahama a father for all? So he's been elected the president, and I'm asking this question: is he or should he be the father for all president? Should he? Let me tell you something. Let's rewind a little bit. This whole father for all concept, where did it start? Some of you have forgotten, some of you remember very, very, very well. Father for All was started by, may he rest in peace, His Excellency Professor Evans John Atta Mills. And I say, when he was elected president, he said, yeah, even though the NDC elected him, the NDC voted for him, he has been elected by Ghana. So Atta Mills said, for that reason, I am not a president for only the NDC people. No, he said, I am the father for all. So that was where the whole concept of father for all came up from. I'm a father for all. And eventually he was the president, and he was his idea for Ghana was that he needs a unified country. Into NDC, MPPO, CPPO, forget about any affiliation. Come under him. He is the father for all. That is where that came from, you know? And of late, I've been seeing many people sort of warning Mahama. Hey, Mahama, hey, you, be very, very careful. Don't come and be father for all. These people who have stolen our lands, stolen our money, corrupted our system, jeopardize our system. Mahama, Oba, may father for Obiao. We want you to jail them. And it's coming up a lot. Like they are warning Mahama, Yapacho, Oba, and may father for Obiao. Jail them. And they actually add something to it. That Mahama, if you make a mistake and you don't jail these people, they are one Mahama, ya one power. They say, Mahama, if you make a mistake and you don't jail these people, and it becomes sort of a Mahama bar, jail you, you know. And so today on Talk Shop, I am looking at all these statements about whether or not Mahama should be a father for all or not. And all that discussion. Let me tell you where I stand in all of this, folks. Listen, I think my dear friend and most respected Professor Evans Atta Mills, do you remember his name? Asumdwe, like the father of peace. All he wanted was peace. Anything that Asumdwe wanted to do was peace. So in his mind, he was the father for all people so that we can create peace. And people were actually then telling him that he should let the law go and grab those who had violated Ghana. But father for all. Okay, so that was Atta Mills's angle, and people are now threatening Mahama, say, we want you to go after them. We don't want any father for all. Now that I've said that, let me say something about what I think about this whole thing about father for all. Folks, can we get this straight? When we elect a president, we don't elect a father. So I am sorry, I love Atta Mills, but his love for peace got it wrong. He was not a father. Please, the president is elected by the people. Let me tell you something. Right now, if you're looking for a job, you look at the papers and you look through the papers and you say, I'm looking for a job. Oh, I want this job. Let me apply. How do you apply for a job? You write to the company, you add your CV. Your CV will explain your experience and what you have done. And when the employer looks at your CV, now see, actually, this guy, I think I can invite him. He can do good for my company. CV say, Oba Bomoding. Then they can call you for an interview. And when you go for the interview and you succeed and you excel, and the person says, actually, if I hire this person, he can add value to my company. So I'm going to hire this person. So they hire you and you go and you work for the company. They hire you and you go and you work for the company. That is how presidential elections are. When they submit their campaign, now Miba may say, this is what I'll do, this is my proposal, here's my manifesto. Folks, they are submitting their CV. I want to compare looking for a job to looking at politics. And I'm saying the presidential candidates also, they are looking for a job. Mamu Refido, every presidential candidate is looking for a job. He wants a job to be president of this country. And we are the owners of the country. We the people. So what do? They send us their CVs. That's their manifestos, that's their policy, those are their promises, and almost CV. So we, the people like the employer, we look at all the CVs, where you say, we say, I think I'll go with this. I'll invite him for an interview. That is the election process. Someone who they make sure. That is the election process. When we go to election, we see NDC, we see MPP, CPP, Cheddar. We are reviewing all the CVs they have sent us. And that card that they give you to put your thumbprint on, that is the power to employ. Mahama. So at the end of the day, folks, all I'm saying is that the presidents submit their CVs to us for us to hire them. Auntie President Mahama, Your Excellency, to say we are a president. But I'm a high. And guess this is why I'm driving this whole thing at all. When we vote and we hire the president and we elect one person like we have done now, Mahama, we have elected you as our president and leader. Let me repeat that. We have looked at the CVs. We have decided that we like Mahama's CV. He has worked with us before and we like him. And those are the people who are there. Yes, here in Pomo CV. But step aside. Improve CV. Cheddar, step aside. Obia, step aside. Mahama dear. So we have elected him as president, not father. Father. I mean, some of us probably are older than the president. He can't be my father. Anybody who calls the president, oh, our father, please, you are mistaken. And that's what traditionally, we see the president as our father. He is not our father. He's our president. That's why the president will travel to some village and go to the Ohimfie, go to the palace, and the chief will be groveling. Hey, yeah, and then the papa, what to anamo, what be saying that say, oh, yeah, papa, what to anamo. No, it's not your father. He's the president. You elected him to be the president. And let me tell you the number one duty of a president. The number one duty of the president, and my dear friend President Mahama, if you're listening, and I know you know, and I'll tell you why I know you know, you have been elected to be president. And the number one duty you have is that you are the leader who has been elected to serve. What did I say? You are the leader who has been elected to serve. So that's it, folks. And yeah, papa. Mahama, and papa, and yeah, papa. It's nobody's father. Even the people who are much younger and no, he's the leader of the country. He's the president. He's nobody's father. So no, he can't be a father for all. He's a leader who is elected to serve. Many times in Africa and in Ghana, when you elect leaders, they think you have elected them to come and lord over you. Nanado, didn't we vote for Nanado? He was boasting about all the millions of people who voted for him. Who voted? We! So we voted for Nanado to come and be president, and being a president is to be a leader who will come and serve you. Voters now tomorrow, not to lord over you. Nanado made a mistake and was lording it to everybody. When he was sorry. Well, selected him. Of course, you will never go and say that to Ochini. You never go and say that to Asantini. Or for that matter, maybe even the government chair, wherever. But let's move on. When you are elected as a president, you become the leader. And the number one duty of the leader is to serve the people. And Tamils wanted to say, I'm here to serve you. He went a bit overboard. Your Excellency Mahama, President Mahama, I have hired you. Ghanaians went all over the country. You see, the whole country went green. You know, the need for change was so high, so Ghanaians went all over, and we decided to say, you are the one we want. So in effect, we have hired you, Mahama, as president to come in. Even if we didn't vote for you, they will buy. And on that note, let me say this. This is just aside. I'm going to come to my main topic. You know, how some president went to another region and says, I shouldn't be here and things. You know.
If it's a question of counting who votes for me and who doesn't vote for me, I shouldn't be here because you don't vote for me.
Surprisingly, with Mahama is the reverse. Let me say this. Mahama, he Asante for biggest fun. Right? Because we all know this. The kinds of developments that took place in the Ashanti region, in Kumasi, the markets that Mahama see here, all the things he did, they didn't vote for him. But Mahama never said, sir, Asante for you are not a part of Ghana. And I said, I am not the president of your kind. Still, he built all these things because he knows that as a leader, he's there to serve. That's the thing. So now let's move forward. So today's topic, I'm concentrating on one thing. People are saying, sir, Mahama, yes, we have elected you to come in, and we are telling you to go for all those people, the criminals. And if you don't, we'll hold you responsible. Where do I stand on that? I think, ladies and gentlemen, with all respects, that is absolute crap. And I'll explain why I say that. Let me repeat. All this anger. Mahama, take action. You know, jail them, do this to them, do this to them, do this to them. If you don't do it, Mahama, you will see what we'll do to you. And I'm asking KSM, what do you think about all these anger and this excitement about what Mahama should do to those people? And I'm saying right here, and I'll always say it, that is all crap. And you may not understand it, but trust me, I will explain it to you. Look, Ghana 4, Mahama says he's going to reset this country. I hope that as part of resetting, we're going to start some serious thinking and resetting of our mind. The resetting of our mind is very, very deep. Let me tell you something. All the people that we are talking about who have pillaged Ghana, who have raped Ghana, who have chopped our money, who have pillaged this country to no ends, who have stolen lands. It's incredible, the Bonia Omayeno. But all I'm saying is that they have all violated the law. If you go and seize lands like people have done, they go there, masquerading, say, Chale, we for national security, there, they go and seize lands, they seize buildings, they seize this. They were so reckless, masquerading under the guise of national security to do such illegality. Folks, all I'm saying is that they are all criminals. They have violated the law. But what I'm saying is that it is not for Mahama say, oh no, paper. Next, who is this? Next, when are you away? No, it is not the duty of the president. The duty of the president, and he said something fantastic in his CV, that when he comes, one of the first things will be Operation Recover All Loot. And I think it is fantastic. The loot no dorsal, and it must be recovered. I have no qualms with that. All I'm saying is that Mahama, as our president and as our leader, should find the institution that is responsible. I'm sure there are many institutions responsible for this. But identify those institutions, say Yoko, say police, or say Daniel, strengthen them and let them enforce the law. It shouldn't be something that the president is doing personally. Let me tell you something. There's a difference between persecution. There's a difference between persecution and prosecution. You can go and check the differences out on your own. Prosecution is when you have violated the law and you are charged because you have violated law, and there are certain things you have violated by law and you'll be prosecuted. Persecution is when Mahama to us say, I don't like him, Papa, I hear this. You find something so that we can charge him. That is persecution. So when you are telling Mahama, go after them, you are telling Mahama, please persecute the people. Persecute them. And I'm saying, no, Mahama shouldn't persecute anybody. The institutions that are set up to prosecute are the ones that you should be directing your vim to. So is it the Office of the Special Prosecutor? Is it the Yoko? Is it Sraj? These are the institutions that are set up to prosecute the criminal agenda. So rather than, hey, Mahama, one question, forget that. Leave him alone. Just make sure that Mahama will set up those institutions. And not just set them up, strengthen them. Give them the backing. I don't know whether it's true or not. I hear that even the office of the Special Prosecutor will need assistance to work with. This is what I hear. It could be lies, but it's alleged that even the office of the Special Prosecutor in Kunyakureni, Yoko, how empowered is Yoko? Shraj, these are all things. Shraj can meet and come up with a report. Now President Atwakene, like the killings at the West Ayawaso. There was a special investigation done by Sraj. Sraj pointed out that this army officer, this brigadier Pokos and one, these are the culprits. Prosecute them. President Otokune. So it's not a matter of even setting up these institutions. They are there. These institutions are there. All I'm saying is that we should be telling Mahama, you have all the power to strengthen these institutions and make sure that those institutions do their work. And when I make a but this loose talk about Mahama, what are you show? Mahama, it's so for me, it's so lame. Me pacho. So Mahama, don't be any pressure. Say there's pressure on me. Say I should persecute. No. Let the institutions who are in charge prosecute the agenda because they have stolen, and the stealing is incredible. Hey, it's on my side. The stealing, the robbery, the pillage of state property, state funds is incredible. And I don't expect, sir, Mahama, or president, is sitting in his office looking at these things himself. Say he's getting ready to go and persecute those he has. No! It's persecution as some. This is prosecution. I know people like, Chachuchikata. Complete persecution. Chachuchikata's case that landed him in Swam was complete persecution. Then your prosecution. Persecution is when the leader who is sitting on top decides they will influence certain things to go in a certain direction and frustrate you and persecute you. No, please, get off Mahama's back. He has fought very, 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 very hard from being a former president, going into opposition for 8 years, still fighting, and coming back. He knows what he should do, I would hope. And so this is not the time to say, go and prosecute this Mahama. Dog. Folks, I loved it. When Obama came to Ghana and he says, what we need in Ghana are strong institutions, not individuals. And you say, Mahama, but no, you're wild. No! Mahama should just be a focused president. But the institutions around him, Yoko, or a special prosecutor, whichever institution, they must be strengthened. Mahama, make sure that the office of the special prosecutor or Kunyo in the office, he has a staff to work with. Make sure that all these institutions that are supposed to check on the law, Shirag, they are well equipped. Make sure that is your duty. That's all you have to do. Make sure that you strengthen their hands. And it goes back to what we are saying all the time. What time is it? It's nation time. Mahama, when you are strengthening all these institutions, what are you doing? You are building the nation. True. Concentrate on strengthening the institutions. Let the institutions have a strong arm. Say, Chale, Yafrawaba, who you say, come on. Who you say, come on. Where we say, the institutions. Patrol, this is the duty of the institutions. So strengthen the institutions, please. This is part of the resetting. And Ghanaians, so that Ghanaians will start understanding, say, if the law catches up with anybody, our Korea state lands. And there are plenty of people, they are stealing state lands, they are done all kinds of things. If the law catches up with them, and Mahama, please. If they do the wrong thing and the law catches up with them, it is not Mahama. That is wrong. We don't need any strong Mahama. You're Mr. President, me pacho, strengthen the institutions. Not any awam talk, debi. We have left that era of talk. The era of sloganeering. Everything is a slogan. No. Now let's get on the ground and work and build this nation. Let us build this nation. That's all we are looking for. And we don't build, there's no country in the world that was built on the slogan. Agenda 111. Big, beautiful slogan. Every district, the one factory, one district, whatever. See Paul Good Dam, every slogans. Mahama and Pachopi, as part of your reset, outlaw slogans. Yeah. No nation has been built on slogans. Nations are built on hard work. Nations are built by responsible institutions who are doing their work. Nations are built by focus. Nations are built by people who plan. And after they plan, they implement what they are planned. Not that when we just guess, no way. On this short note, for example, free education. Great concept. Even the Constitution of Ghana was talking about free education, but also progressively. Okay, fine. The MPP came and they said, no, let us just do it. And they did it. And it is fraught with so many problems, but you're not allowed to say it though. Hey, free education? Who can say free education? Who born dog? Why not? It is a brilliant thing, so let's all work and build it and make sure it is quality. There's nowhere in this world that everybody going to senior high school and you're free. Nowhere in this world though. They have a system where if you can afford it, you pay. Now, they have a system to make sure that those who can afford. I think even, what's his name? Ken Oforiatta, when free education started, he made this comment. He says he personally can pay for over 10 people. So sometimes, so generally, he doesn't feel very good that he will take his son to school and leave the son and say, oh, I'm be tracker because I don't want between 12 and 10. That's how we restructure free education to make sure that it is need-based. There are people who have enough money to take their children to school in UK, in America, and pay dollars and pay pounds sterling. Are you telling me that these people, if they want their child to go to school in Ghana, the government should pay for them? That's your free SHS. Ghana also the 80 free free. Who can be beer? Your man can Ghana because your mom will free SHS. Fraught with problems. Having said that, I still think it's a great idea, but we have to work it so that it functions properly. When Mahama said we need to review it, they say it became a campaign issue. Where are we coming from, folks? So me, today, I am saying this, that all these threats that if you don't come and arrest these people and then Mahama, let us not make it a Mahama problem. It is a national problem. Let we as a nation who have been robbed, who have been pillaged, who have been raped by corrupt officials, we as a nation should decide, say, this is how we deal with them. And the only way we can deal with them is that the institutions be empowered to work. Where is the power of Yoko? Can they initiate an action and move on and do what they have to do? President Mahama, incoming. Strengthen them so that when they talk, so that they don't just bark, they bite. Thank you, folks. We all know that these institutions, they just back, this is a back. So what I'm saying is that as president, one of the things you're doing to reset the country, I hope, is to strengthen these institutions and tell them, stop barking, and start biting. Because unless you bite, things won't change. Stop barking and bite. And the second thing I want to talk about with the biting. Please, let the biting be indiscriminate. NDC near bite the NDC. MPP near bite them. CPP near bite them. Or new Biakra. Let the bite work, folks. Not selective biting. Would you and yes, you'll be so sad because he was in this party and I'm persecuting you. That is selective biting. So me, Mahama, I won't put pressure on you. Say we have to make sure that you arrest them. You. It is not you. Build institutions. The institutions are there. It's not you are now going to start to build them. Strengthen the institutions. Empower them. Empower the institutions. The empowering the institutions don't mean going back to the same old silly playbook. Say, and let me fill it to my party people. It is not a job for the boys or girls. No, the patrol, Ufa Yoko, bring in qualified people whether they are CPP, MPP, why. Let them have a track record, say, these are conscientious people. They will do the job. Hire them. When I say strengthening the institutions, that's one thing. Let's not strengthen the institutions the Ghana way by creating job for the boys and job for family. No! Bring in the qualified people who have a track record. Police service, the judiciary. Please strengthen the institutions by packing them with people who are qualified, irrespective of their party. The only qualification they need is that they are pro-Ghana and they are interested in the building of Ghana. Then they are qualified to be hired. Look at this Galamsey mess up. And I'm going to do a special show on the Galamsey. But can you imagine that the institutions are so empowered that they can call Ohimbia, say, Afre Nanawe, come to the institution, because we have realized that you have all these Galamsey sites will come into your front and deal according to law. And let it sink in Ghanaians' mind, Pacho, and Mahama Neyo. These are the institutions that work. And that's all we want. The amazing thing that has happened, and let me say this, I don't think even the framers of the Constitution ever thought that there will be any day in Ghana when one party can sweep elections, presidential and parliamentary, like we have done. Constitution can't prepare for this. Even the Constitution is shocked. Constitution is damn. And I thank God that the person in power who has such an amazing parliamentary and presidential power happens to be Mahama. Because I know that you are kind and you are tolerant, but you won't abuse the power. Because Charlie, I'm telling you, if you have any leader who has been giving this level of power backed by the parliament over 2/3 majority, even the framers of the Constitution, will say, I just said they would have made arrangements in case somebody comes and they have 180, how many? 189 or something parliamentarians. What do? They probably didn't think through that. It's amazing power. President Mahama, Ukra, amazing power. You know, somebody was joking, I think it was Kevin Taylor. He said the opposition parliamentarians, they don't have to come to parliament. Anything that needs to be voted for, if the majority wants to railroad, they will railroad. So I think Kevin Taylor said the opposition parliamentarians, this time, they can work from home. That's how desperate in minority you are. And I'm praying, because it is an amazing thing and yet can be incredibly dangerous if it falls in the wrong hands. So I think all of Ghanaians should be thankful that this thing has happened and it has fallen in the hands of somebody that I believe will be thinking correctly to make sure that there's a balance. If this power goes into any person's hands, I won't mention a name. That person has this level of power. Can we all run away and leave our sandals behind? Folks, Makassau, let me end this. Please, let me end this here. Professor Mills, may you rest in peace. Asumdwehini, as they call you, father of all. And we understand why you wanted to be father of all. You wanted everybody to be living happily as Ghanaians and not me MPP, me NDC, me CPP, me C. That's why you call yourself father for all. Pacho Mahama, you're not the father of anybody, especially me. But no, I've elected you as the leader and president of this country. And I say that the only duty you're supposed to do, say, I've looked at your resume, I have hired you because I know that you're going to do something much better that I need to be done in my company. And so I've hired you. So make sure you deliver. On this note, I'm surprised I've spoken for all this time and I haven't even officially, Mahama, congratulated you because you have finally been endorsed as the incoming elected president of Ghana. Showing some love, man. And also, my bragging rights was that I interviewed you first. And also, you are the first woman vice president of Ghana. Congratulations. And your demeanor, your temperament, your conduct, your sensibilities, everything makes us confident that between you and John Mahama, the 189 majority who be there in the Ghana Constitution, you guys will not abuse it because it lends itself for easy abuse. But hopefully that won't happen. So I commend you, Mahama, strengthening those institutions. Ghana, give him a break, say 1 year, it is not his duty. And part of our mindset is to start understanding that when the law works and the law punishes people, it is not the leader who has done it. State lands. People who have stolen from state lands, when the law catches up with them and jails them, it's the law. Phew, my bro. So let me end this here. I'll be back again very soon. So please join me again when I come back on Friday. Well, I'll tilt the focus and I'll focus on the charlatans. Do you know what I call them? Weapons of mass destruction. Because almost sank of one dream. Until then, folks, thank you very much for joining me. Stay strong. What time is it, folks? It's nation time. Trust me, we shall build this Ghana, and Ghana will rise again. Take care, with you.